Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen, and today we'll be looking at previous year questions from NMAT, XAT, IIFT, SNAP. And this is the part one of this particular series. So I hope you guys are aware that IIFT will not be conducting its own exam this year. It will be taking in CAT 2023 score, and in the second round of GDPI or extempore or whatever will be the rounds for IIFT, they will be handling it themselves. So let's start with the first question of IIFT. A potential recruit gets a total of 55% marks. There are 6 performance parameters with maximum marks of 100 in each parameter. The recruit gets marks in the ratio of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 respectively in different parameters. In the first 3 parameters, the criteria for clearing performance score is 55% of the maximum marks. And in the next 3 parameters, 50% of the maximum marks. How many parameters has the recruit cleared? Yeah, good afternoon, Sonali, Abbas, Saket. Chalo. So it gets easier, right? You have one less exam to write. And IIFT exam was always on the difficult side when it comes to calculation. So DI was a difficult one in IIFT. Right now, everybody has to focus on CAT. Now, this will also increase the competition that you're going to have, right? The number of seats increases overall. That's a good thing. So in order to solve this, let's assume that the marks in these subjects are 10x, 9x, 8x, 7x, 6x, and 5x. And these many marks they have received out of 100, 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 and out of 100, right? So how do we calculate total percentage marks? What is the aggregate percentage marks? This is the sum of the marks obtained, which is 10x, 9x, 8x, 7x. You add all of that, which is going to give us 45x divided by sum of total marks applicable for the exam, which is going to be 600. So this is given as 55%, right? 55% would mean 55 upon 100. So let's solve this. This is going to be 6 times, and then this is 5 into 9, and this is 5 into 11. So this will result in x being 11 into 6, 66 upon 9, or we can simplify 3 as well. So this will give us 2, this will give us 3. So it's going to be 22 upon 3, right? Okay, if we put x is equal to 22 upon 3 in each of the 3 options, it says the criteria is 55% of the maximum marks for the first 3 parameters, right? So isme 55% chahiye, and in this it is 50%. So if we put 22 by 3 in the first one, this will give me 110 by 3, which is not 50%. If I put 6 here, so this is going to give us 44 by 100, which is not 50%. If we put 22 by 3 here, this is going to give us more than 50%. Okay, if I put 22 by 3 in the case of 8x, this is going to give us 176 by 3, which is definitely more than 55%. So if 8x happens to give us more than 85%, so that would mean 9x will also give more than 55, 10x will also give more than 55. So there are a total of 4 subjects where the individual parameter criteria has been cleared, right? So 4, C option. Next one. If the sum of interior angles of a polygon is 2700, then find the number of sides. So how do we calculate sum of interior angles of a polygon? It is given by 180 degrees into n minus 360 degrees, which is also written as 180 degrees common into n minus 2, right? So as per the question, this is given as 2700 degrees. So we will be solving this, and we will be getting the value of n. So what we can do is, सॉल्व ही करना है, राइट? तो n की 0 हटा दो, So they all are in the table of, I believe, 9, 18 के table में सभी है. So this is 18 into 2 and this is 18 into 15. So n will give us 15 plus 2, 17. Okay. So option A हो जाना चाहिए answer. So you can see that SNAP questions or IIFT questions, they are majorly formula based, basic concept based. Tricks थोड़े कम लग रहे होते हैं. Very rare questions you will find tricks. There are, but very few. XAT question, very conceptual. It is given that if log m plus log m to the base 4 plus log n to the base 4 is equal to log m plus n to the base 2, where m and n are positive real numbers, then which of the following must be true? So there are two ways to solve this. Actually solving that log, but once you solve the log, you will get an expression. You have to think, can you convert that expression into one of the given options? So उसमें hit and trial चाहिए होगा. You need to know how to process or how to convert a particular equation into some other format and not random format in the given formats. Or the other is, since it says must be true, तो आप कोई भी value ले लो such that it makes sense. ठीक है? So in order to solve B, I will take m is equal to n is equal to, अपन इसको ले लेते हैं 1. ठीक है? So nowhere it says no, it can't be 1. It says positive real numbers. So 1 is a positive real number. Now if I put 1 here, I will be getting, so option B मैं इधर लिख देता हूं, log 1 to the base 4 plus log 1 to the base 4 is equal to log 1 plus 1 to the base 2. So this is going to be 0, this is going to be 0, while this is going to give us 1. 0 plus 0, 1 तो होता नहीं है. So B नहीं होगा. Right? The next one, 1 by m plus 1 by n is equal to 2. Think of any set of values, क्योंकि all हमेशा true होगा. So it doesn't matter what is the value of m or n. So in this case, if I take m is equal to n is equal to 1, I'll get 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 is equal to 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. ये अभी हमने check करा, it doesn't work. Right? Next, let's take the value of d. So d is 1 by m plus 1 by n is equal to 2. This will happen if we write half plus half. That will give us m is equal to n is equal to 2. Right? So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 1 हो जाएगा, तो इसमें भी काम कर जाना चाहिए. So this will give us log 2 to the base 4 plus log 2 to the base 4 is equal to log 2 plus 2 to the base 2. Now log 2 to the base 4 is half, log 2 to the base 4 is half, and log 4 to the base 2 is 2. Half plus half 2 तो नहीं होता है. So D also gets eliminated. Let's go to E. We need m square plus n square is equal to 1, and you can't take negative values. -1 वगैरह allowed नहीं है. Right? So let's say that this is also half and this is also half. So if m square is half, m is going to be 1 by root 2 and n is also going to be 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 का मतलब 1 by 2 to the power 1 by 2, which can also be written as 2 to the power minus 1 by 2. Let's put these values in the given equation. Right? So we will have log 2 to the power minus 1 by 2 to the base 4, and we will have the same thing here. Right? तो अपन double भी लिख सकते थे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, is equal to log 2 to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 2 to the power minus 1 by 2 to the base 2. Let's solve this. So this is going to give us minus 1 by 4, and this one also is going to give us minus 1 by 4, which will give us minus 1 by 2 here, right? So this is minus 1 by 2. And if you look at the RHS, this becomes 2 times that. So this is nothing but 2 times 2 to the power minus 1 by 2, which is same as 2 to the power 1 plus minus 1 by 2, which is same as 2 to the power 1 by 2. है ना? So log 2 to the power 1 by 2 to the base 2 will result in 1 by 2. So they are not same. So E भी नहीं होगा. A becomes your answer. Okay. Why this approach? This was obviously a little time consuming, but if we had solved it properly, we were not sure if it will work out. We don't know how to convert an equation into the other. So proper solution के हिसाब से, I can write this as log m into n to the base 4, right? And we can write this as log m plus n to the base 2. We can't really do anything on the RHS. जब add होता है तो अपन हटा नहीं सकते. Now, in order to remove log, what we can do is we need the same base, isn't it? So let's write 4 as 2 to the power 1 by 2. अगर आप इसको rearrange करोगे, तो this power 1 by 2 will go in the front and it will become 2. So you get mn का whole square is equal to m plus n. Right? अगर इसको सिंप्लीफाई करना है तो इसमें से किस फॉर्मेट में लिख सकेंगे, which will be difficult, right? One thing that we can very much conclude is if I divide the entire thing by mn square on both the sides, I will get I'll be getting 1 by mn square plus 1 by m square n is equal to 1. ये एक आ रहा है. But can we convert this into any of the other 4 options? Not sure. पता नहीं है कैसे convert करें, है ना? That's why I said solving it properly using the proper approach of log will not be very much beneficial because फिर सोचना पड़ेगा क्या करें. Option split कर लो. First option. Next, 400 students were admitted to the 1819 MBA batch. 200 of them did not choose business stats. 100 of them did not choose international management. There were 80 students who did not choose any of the 2 subjects. Find the number of students who choose both business stats and international management. Very simple set theory logic, right? So, out of 400 students, if 200 of them did not choose business stats, so can I say 200 chose business stats? 400 में से 200 ने नहीं करा, मतलब, which means remaining 200 did. 100 of them did not choose international management. Out of 400, if 100 did not choose, that means 300 chose international management. And 80 students did not choose any of the 2 subjects. So neither अपना हो जाता है 80. If you know the De Morgan's theorem, उधर से भी आ जाएगा. Otherwise, you can draw the Venn diagram for this also. It will also give you the answer. Suppose if I draw the Venn diagram, so this is what we have. This is 400 students, and this is, let's say, business studies, which is 200, and let's say this one is IM, which is 300. And outside we know that it is 80, right? So 400 में से 80 चला गया. That means the sum of these 3 should be 320. And right now if you add, this is 500. So extra बीच में जाएगा. 500 is how much extra than 320? 500 minus 320, which will give us 180. So ये 180 बीच में जाएगा. Right? This is how you solve Venn diagram. 2 sets. So question asked is who chose both? So 180 will be the answer. Next, Rajnish bought an item at 25% discount on the printed price. He sold it at a 10% discount on the printed price. What is his profit in percentage? So let's say the printed price is another way of saying MRP, not prince price. MRP or MP, mark price, like we used to call it. So suppose 100 rupees ka. So he bought it at 25% discount, as in he bought that for 75 rupees. He sold it at 10% discount on 100 rupees, which will make it 90 rupees. So the question is, ye kitna profit percentage hai? This is 15 increase over 75, which is nothing but 20% ka increase. So 20% profit is what you will have. Last year's ad ka hai, little unbelievable to, I mean, little unbelievable, right? क्योंकि इतना आसान क्वेश्चन कैसे आ सकता है एग्जैट में, पर आता है. Next, in a triangle, the longest sides are 13 and 12. The angles of the triangle are in arithmetic progression. The radius of the circle inscribed in this triangle is IIFT ka. Again, it's a very, very simple question. All you have to do is when you look at these two numbers, you have to think what kind of triangle you are dealing with. 13 and 12, if you have solved enough questions on in geometry with right angle triangles, you will realize that ये आपका एक triplet है right angle triangle का. And in any given right angle triangle, दुनिया का कोई भी right angle triangle आप ले लो, one angle is 90. If one angle is theta, the other angle is 90 minus theta. Right? So, do we have the angles in an AP? नहीं, जरूरी नहीं है ना? It's not necessary. Hmm. 90 minus theta. It's not necessary. $45 से जितना ज्यादा होगा 45 से उतना कम होना चाहिए, नहीं? Because out of 180, if one gets 90, the other two should get 90. We don't know the middle value, which is 90 minus theta, will be the average of these two. Okay, so 5, 12, 13. And we don't know what angles we will have at 5, 12, 13, isn't it? What can we do about this? क्या कर सकते हैं? हाँ, we can take 30, 60, 90, but 30, 60, 90 में याद करो guys. If one side is A, the other side is root 3A and the third side is 2A. If 13 is 2A, so A will be 6.5 and root 3 times of 6.5 will not be 12. नहीं? तो वो तो होगा नहीं. 30, 60, 90 का ट्रायंगल नहीं हो सकता ना. ओके. थोड़ा सा hit and trial. We have to trust that this is going to give us a 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle. ठीक है? So suppose this is 13, this is 12. This angle is theta, right? This angle is something. This angle is ये 60 डिग्रीज है, तो एक 60 से ज्यादा होगा, एक 60 से कम होगा. ठीक है? So let me explain you this part first. If the sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degrees and since they are in AP arithmetic progression, एक चीज कंफर्म है कि मिडिल वाली वैल्यू 60 डिग्रीज होगी, right? The other angle is going to be 60 degrees minus theta and the largest angle is going to be 60 degrees plus theta. Such that they are in AP, sum is also 180. A right angle triangle 30, 60, 90 exists, right? You can also have 75, 90 and 105. बहुत सारे हो सकते हैं जहाँ 90, sorry, it could be 30, 60, 90 it could be 45, 90, 75, sorry, 45, 60, 75, और भी हो सकते हैं, but that will be difficult. We don't know what that theta is. If I draw the triangle for this, ठीक है, ऐसे random बना लेते हैं कोई triangle. We know that the largest angle is this. तो इसके opposite वाला angle भी largest, opposite side is also going to be largest. Let's assume that this is the smallest one, which is 60 minus theta. तो इसके opposite वाला side will also be smallest. Let's call this as S. And this will be the middle one, right? 60 degrees. तो इसके बीच वाला जो होगा, इसके opposite side is going to be 12. I hope you guys agree, because in a triangle, the vertex containing the smallest angle, opposite to that, this side is the smallest. The angle, the vertex containing the largest angle, opposite to that vertex, the side that we have is the largest. Okay? So I'm using that. We can't really assume the value of theta. Okay, so that is the issue. The only way by which now we can proceed is using a formula which is known as the law, which is known as the cosine law. Cosine law tells us, यहाँ पे, as per the given figure. So engineers will have a field day here, right? So if I call these vertices as A, B, C, and these sides are as A, B, and C, ठीक है? तो मैं S हटा देता हूं. As per this, cos B is given as B square plus, sorry, ऐसे लिख देना चाहिए मुझे, A square plus C square minus B square divided by twice AC. ये होता है आपका cos of a particular angle का with respect to sides. Okay, since we have taken the vertex B, तो उसके opposite वाला side का square will be subtracted, and in denominator you will not find that. If you look closely here, we know everything. We don't know the value of C, which we will be able to calculate from here, right? So cos B, that is cos 60 degrees, is going to be A square plus C square minus B square upon twice AC. Now, what is cos 60? Cos 60 is nothing but half. So, if you rearrange it, you will be getting 13C is equal to 13 square minus 12 square, which will give us 25 plus C square. इसको solve करोगे, C square minus 13C plus 25 is equal to 0. So, this will make it lengthy. लंबा जा रहा है. Yes, they're asking for in radius. For in radius, we need the value of C here. That is the issue. In radius का formula कहां से आता है? If it is a right angle triangle, you know the formula. Altitude plus base minus hypotenuse whole divided by 2. Right? If you don't know if it's a right angle triangle, then the formula for in radius is given as area of the triangle is given as R into S, where R is small r, which is in radius. हम area of triangle भी नहीं पता है. If in order to find the area of the triangle, we will need the value of C. है कि नहीं? Doesn't look easy. And I think it doesn't matter how I try to solve it, still it will be giving me a quadratic in C only, जो most probably घूम फिर के उधर ही आएंगे हम, twice AC. साकेत हेट एंड ट्रायल भी नहीं चल रहा ना. C की वैल्यू इज, इफ यू कैलकुलेट, इट इज गोइंग टू बी √69 plus minus √16 something minus. To be precise, is 13 plus minus √69 by 2. Irrational value aa raha hai. And now we have to calculate semi-perimeter also. That's why I am like little hesitant. Typical IIFT question. You could have also used sine law. Okay. Cosine law, you know. What you have to do is now find the value of C. Once you get the value of C, equate the area with the area of in radius का use करके आपको आंसर आ जाएगा. So I'm erasing this part. I'm going to use some other approach. ठीक है. So the other approach I'm using is I'll drop a perpendicular here such that this will obviously be 30 degrees. Now, if I say that this side is 2C, let's say, so opposite to 30, this will be C and this length will be √3C. So that means the remaining part is going to be 13 minus C. अब इस triangle, the other triangle ADC में, what we can do is we can use Pythagoras theorem, है ना? और इधर से solve करने का कोशिश कर सकते हैं. So we will have 12 square is equal to √3 का whole square plus 13 minus C whole square, which will give me 12 square is equal to 3C square plus 169, 13 square minus 26C plus C square, which will result in 4C square minus 26C plus 25 is equal to 0. How come in the previous one I was not getting 4C square? नहीं आ रहा था ना? Okay. So we need to solve this part. C आ जाएगा इधर से. Hit and trial will also not do. Little weird. So 2C minus 13 by 2. वही आएगा घूम फिर के. Really not worth solving, right? This particular equation and the equation that I wrote previously will give us the same answer. ठीक है, same value आएगी. In the previous one, we had C square minus 13C plus 25 is equal to 0. They both are the same equations, right? C की जगह 2C रख दो तो 1 changes to the other. Like I said, मेरे को डर था कि same वही आएगा. Sine law शायद लगाना पड़े. Let's leave this. Okay, what if we don't know what kind of angles we are going to have in 5, 12 and 13? What if we use the right angle triangle 5, 12 and 13? So if this is 5, this is 12, this is 13, then the in radius is given as 5 plus 12 minus 13 whole divided by 2. यही होता है ना in radius of a right angle triangle. This is 17 minus 13, 14 by 2 which is 2. तो हमारा 2 आ जाएगा, है ना? पर 2 हमारा आंसर है नहीं. So definitely it's not the right angle triangle, it's the triangle that we are trying to solve. नहीं हो रहा ना स्थिता. Right angle triangle में altitude plus base minus hypotenuse by 2 is the formula for in radius. आपको 2 आ रहा है. Right? 2 तो है नहीं. आंसर नहीं आ रहा आपका. Your option is matching. Answer is actually 1 here. देखो. So the kind of question you need to leave, this is solvable, but right now we will have to get into sine law. Sine law states that as per this, sine 60 degrees upon 12 is equal to sine 60 minus theta upon 2c, which will be equal to sine 60 plus theta upon 13. So what you will have to do is solve, get the value of c from here by cross multiplying. Sin a plus b and sin a minus b का formula होता है ना, उधर से निकलेगा अभी. You'll have to eliminate the cost part there. Not worth. छोड़ देते हैं इसे. Ram completes 60% of a task in 15 days and then takes the help of Rahim and Rachel. Rahim is 50% as efficient as Ram. And Ram is and Rachel is 50% as efficient as Rahim is. In how many more days will they complete the work? ठीक है. If we take the efficiency of Ram to be 4, Rahim's efficiency is going to be 50% more, which is 6. And Rachel's efficiency is going to be 50% more of that. So we are talking about efficiency. So it will be 9. Okay. Now, Ram completes 60% of the task in 15 days. So यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं. If Ram completes 60% of the task in 15 days, so can we say he completes 100% of the task then in 25 days? जो नंबर लिखा हुआ है इसका 4 टाइम्स है. ऐसे देख लेते हैं इसे. 15 into 4 is 60. So if Ram completes it in 25 days, so can we say that the total work is 100? So if the total work is 100, Rahim will take 100 by 6, which is going to give us 50 by 3 days. And Rachel will take 100 by 9 days. So, in how many more days will they complete the work? So, 60% of the task, यानी कि 40 units is left. And these 40 units, these 3 are going to work at the rate of 4 plus 6 plus 9. सेम काम वो 50 by 3 में करते हैं, सेम काम 100 by 9 में करते हैं. If I take the LCM of all 3, I'll be getting 100 and these will be their efficiencies. In how many days will they complete this? So D is turning out to be 40 by 19 more days. क्योंकि 15 days work is already completed by Ram. Right, and question says, in how many more days will this get done? Is this what you guys are getting? Takes the help of Rahim and Rachel. As in all 3 are working right now. 60 units is completed by Ram. Right? 4 into 15. 40 units, all 3 have to complete together. And I hope the efficiency problem is not an issue. Rachel is 50%. Oh, sorry. It says as efficient and not more efficient. Sorry guys. As efficient, not more efficient. So Ram is 4 units, 4 efficient. Rahim is 50% and Rachel is 50% of him. So 4 into 25, 2 into 50, 1 into 100. Now all three have to finish the work. So this will give us 40 by 7 days. Kahin to mistake hai because in the options we do not see 19 in the denominator. 50% as efficient and not 50% more efficient. सोचना चाहिए था स्नैप है इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड तो देंगे नहीं. XAT IIFT makes sense, right? Silly mistake there. Amit has forgotten his 4-digit locker key. He remembers that all the digits are positive integers and are different from each other. They are distinct. Moreover, the 4th digit is the smallest and the maximum value of the first digit is 3. Right? Since it's a digit locker, so we can have 0, 1 or 2 or 3 either. And ये हमेशा smallest होगा. The 4th digit, assuming we are reading from left to right. Also, he recalls that if we divides the 2nd digit by the 3rd digit, he gets the 1st digit. How many different combinations does Amit have to try in order to unlock the locker? Since the digits are going to be distinct, we can very easily say that ये 0 नहीं हो सकता, right? If F is going to be 0, that means S is going to be 0, so we can't have that. If F is going to be 1, then S and T, they are going to be same, which we cannot allow. So it can't be 1 as well. Now, if F is 2, then S by T needs to be 2. So it can be written as 6 by 3, it can be written as 8 by 4, और कुछ कर सकते हैं? नहीं. So the numbers are going to be पहला digit 2, second digit let's say 8, second digit 8, the third digit being 4, and since the last digit 4 digit has to be smallest, इसको 1 रखना पड़ेगा. The next possibility, if this is 2, the second digit is going to be 6, third digit is going to be 3. Since I want the last digit, the 4 digit to be smallest, ये 1 होएगा. So B तो आंसर नहीं है अभी. Next is 2 का हो गया. Next is, what if this is 3, first digit 3 है. Then second by third should also be 3. Of course, we cannot take 3 by 1. The next possibility is 6 by 2. Or the next possibility is 9. We can't take 9 by 3, isn't it? क्योंकि अपन 9 by 3 लिखेंगे तो 3 repeat हो गया. 6 by 2 is the next one. So that means the first digit is going to be 3. Second digit is going to be 6. Third digit is going to be 2. And since the last digit is the smallest, 2 already है तो 1 होएगा. Now, the first digit cannot be 4. That's not allowed as per the question. So, there are 3 such 4-digit locker. इतना याद करने से अच्छा लॉकर का नंबर याद रख लेते भाई. Right? E option. Okay. The dimensions of a room are 12.5 meters by 9 meters by 7 meters. There are 2 doors and 4 windows in the room. Each door measures 2.5 meters by 1.2 meters and each window 1.5 meters by 1 meter. Excuse me. Find the cost of painting the walls at 3.5 per square meter. NMAT question. So, ये भी ज़रूरी है since you are practicing or revising. In the exam, obviously, your mindset is going to be same. देखो, whatever answer you are going to get, जितना भी area आएगा, you're not taking all the 4 walls and then getting rid of the area of the doors and the windows, whatever value you are going to get, you are going to multiply it with 3.5. तभी total cost आएगा. I hope nobody has issue in this. Now, the moment you multiply a number by 3.5 or 35, your final answer should be in the table of 7 or You can definitely calculate. So D तो नहीं होएगा. D is not going to be the answer. All you have to check is which out of the three options is going to be in the table of 7. So the first one is not in the table of 7. The next one is definitely not in the table of 7 because 1050 है, 7 के टेबल में 50 नहीं है, तो C ही होएगा. ठीक है, एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं. It is in the table of 7. That's it. No calculation of areas as such. See. 10th. If both 5 square and 3 cube are factors of this entire thing, what is the smallest possible value of n? Again, NMAT hai. So if we rearrange this, we will have 2 to the power 6 square is 2 square into 3 square, isn't it? So we will have 2 to the power 7 into 3 square into 7 cube or ek n hai, right? N has to be one of these options. Such that it is divisible by 5 square and 3 cube. Now, if you compare, what you will realize is 5 square hai hi nahi. So n should have a 5 square for sure. So 25 ke table wala number chahiye. N has to be in the table of 25. So A and B, they both are gone. Next, this entire thing should be divisible by 3 cube. We do not have 3 cube. We have only 3 square. So ek 3 missing. There is 1 3 missing. So that should also contain 3. N should also contain 3. At least itna to ho gayi hai. Minimum. You can multiply that by any number as well, as long as it contains 5 square into 3, which is 25 into 3, 75. So D is the answer, right? Okay. Excuse me. The average weight of the class is increased by 1 if one student having 50 kg is included, and if one more student is included, then the average weight is increased by 1.5 kg than the original one. As in 0.5 further increase हो गया. Find the original average weight. We can solve it using options and writing down the equations. दोनों से चलेगा, right? चलो ऑप्शन से ट्राई करते हैं. See, when a 50 kg is included and the average increase होता है, so can we say the original average weight should be less than 50? $47 ही हो सकता, right? So the moment I decide that stay away from the equations, I can think of some alternate approach, a faster approach, common sense. Why last number can't be 0? Last number can't be 0. Let's go back. Because these are positive integers, so I should not have taken 0 either. Positive integers, positive integers, they do not include 0. It starts with 1. Okay. So a simple question. Next one. If f of x is equal to x square plus 2 and g of x is equal to 2x plus 5, find approximate value of f of 1 into g of 2 to the power 10. Fine. What is f of 1 going to be? 1 square plus 2, which is 3. What is g of 2 going to be? 2 into 2 plus 5, which is 9. So what is f of 1 into g of 2 going to be? This is 3 into 9, which is 27, and we are given the power of 10 here. Oh, cool. None of these be here. Interesting. Interesting. So how to convert this? 3 square. Point 9. We don't know what log 3 is, right? So we can't use it. So we can't change it into log. How can we convert this? Breaking down 27 as 20 plus 7 will not do. Taking that as 30. For that we will need 3 to the power 10 now. See, this is actually 3 to the power 30, which can be written as 3 square whole to the power 15, which can be written as 9 to the power 15, which can be written as 0.9 into 10 to the power 15, 15 पूरे के साथ, which can be written as 0.9 to the power 15 into 10 to the power 15. So 10 to the power something bahar aa gaya hai. We need to calculate this part, which is not easy, right? Do you know what 0.9 to the power 5 is? क्योंकि अगर आपको ये पता है, we can do a bit of approximation and calculate 0.9 to the power 15 as iska whole cube, as in this into the same number into same number, and see how many places the decimal digit will move around. If you don't know what 0.9 to the power 5 is, which is 3 to the power 10, it will be more difficult there. आप 0.9 to the power 4 आपको पता होगा, है ना? क्या करें? What shall we do? Anyone who knows 0.9 to the power 5? I doubt. Usme bhi approximation will be a difficult one. 0.9 to the power 4 I know, right? It is given as 0.6561. So 0.9 to the power 8 will be square of this. So what is square? इसको approximately आप 0.66 ले लो. Now what is square of 66? Well, the square of 66 approximately is going to be .25 plus 16, so 0.41 something, approximate again guys. 0.9 to the power 8, well, 0.9 to the power 8 is going to be approximately 40 का square will be 0.16 something, not 8, sorry, 16. Since we have done approximately, so 0.9, so 0.16, 0.17 around अपन जाने वाले उधर. So 0.9 to the power 15 can be 0.16, right? I hope there is no calculation mistake. If I take a 4-digit number 6561 and if I square it, will I get an 8-digit answer? I should. And then if I take an 8-digit number with the first two digits being 4, 1 or 4, 2, and if I square it, will I be getting a 16-digit number? I should. 0.59. Can we say 0.9 to the power 6 is, sorry, 0.9 to the power 5 is going to be 0.59 something? 0.6 se kam. So 0.9 to the power 10 is going to be 0.6 square, which is 0.36. So if I multiply these two, I'll get 15. 0.59 into 0.36. 50 into 30 is 1500. So we should be getting 0.15 something, which is 16. That's the closest we can get. Fine. So this is going to be 0.16 into 10 to the power 15. Looking at the options, which one do you guys think is the answer? Option देके क्या लगता है? Is it going to be A? Is it going to be B? Is it going to be C? Is it going to be D? क्या होगा? If you compare A तो नहीं answer, right? If you compare, if I take 16 there, so 2 zeros will move. I will have 10 to the power 13, as in I can write this as 16 into 10 to the power 13. So C is also not the answer. If I move only 1, I will get 1.6. So the power will decrease by 1. So ये 14 हो जाएगा, पर इधर 13 है. So there is a mismatch, right? So D should be the answer. ठीक है. Okay, so except for that question on geometry which used trigonometry, it was a lengthy one. एक नजर दौड़ा ले एक बार. Let's see if we can come up with some other approach. What could be the third side? Cosine rule is going to be easier or sine rule is going to be easier? Can we solve it using area of the triangle? There has to be some specific, right? 30, 60, 90 तो triangle नहीं है, the entire one. Hate this. जो simple exams होते हैं ना, formula based guys, in that unfortunately you are at the mercy of the formulas and the shortcuts. See, there is no trick here, right? You will have to solve it patiently. Formula लगाना ही पड़ेगा, right? So using cosine, I believe we got, using cosine rule, we got the equation c square minus 13c plus 25. यही आया था ना? C being the third side here. Fine. The value of C is going to be 13 plus minus 169 minus 100, which is under root 69 whole divided by 2. अब एक काम करते हैं, अप्रोक्सीमेट कर लेते हैं टू मेक द कैलकुलेशन इजियर. Root 69, can we take it? We can take this as root 64, which is 8 point something. Root 69. तो इसको 8 ले लेते हैं. So if I take 13 plus 8, that will give us a longer side. It's not. So it has to be 13 minus 8, which is 5 by 2. 2.5 ले लेते हैं. Approx. It's actually going to be 2.5 something. Sorry, 2.5 से कम. Because 13 minus 8 point something will be 4 point something, by 2 will be less than 2.5. So we will keep in mind that the answer जो हमें आ रहा होगा उससे कम वाला सोच रहे होंगे. Now, how to calculate the area of this triangle? Half A B sine 60. This is written as in radius into semi perimeter. So let's take this as 2.5 से थोड़ा कम, which is 27.5 से थोड़ा कम by 2. So what you will realize is 2 and 2 gets cancelled out. 2.5 something and 27.5 something almost 11 times जाएगा. And R will become 13. Sine 60 is root 3 upon 2. So this is 22. Now 13 into 1.7 is going to be almost 22, right? As in 220. 13 into 17, 221 होता है. So 13 into 1.732 will be a little more than 220. As in 22 से थोड़ा ज़्यादा होएगा. So R is going to be very close to 1, right? This is 1.732 and this is only 0.732. So 1 centimeter हो जाएगा. I do not see any other approach than to equate the areas with R into S and solving this quadratic to get the value of C, that to approximate. But without cosine rule, cosine or sine rule, I don't believe you will be able to solve it. Okay? Fine then. So that's all. Now you guys don't have to deal with IIFT questions this year at least. So do make sure that you look into XAT, SNAP, NMAT questions previous years, because those exams will anyways happen, right? Well, everybody please make sure whoever is online right now to like the video, and if you guys haven't subscribed, if you're watching it, make sure that you subscribe and press the bell notification icon so that whenever we start a session, you are notified about it. These all are like revision sessions, right? Okay, so you can download our BYJU'S exam prep app for MBA. The link to the download is given in the description as well as in the chat. Once you download it, you can put in your contact number and you can start free trial of our app for the next 3 days. You can also enroll in our MBA test series. These are all our giveaways. Along with mocks, you have got more than around 10,000 questions to practice and 3 All India Open mock tests. Mocks and video solutions of each mock. Okay, you can be also one among our 23 toppers. All you have to do is join our comprehensive program. This is the last batch that we are currently about to run. So you can enroll for this. Link is given in the description as well. And 11th August to 20th August, there is going to be a window for All India Open Mock. It's a 10-day window. Make sure that you register for this. It will help you prepare yourself for the D-Day, right? And you can avail up to 90% scholarship on our CAT online classroom programs. The scholarship test date is 13th of August and the timing is 11 a.m. On 20th of August at 11 a.m., Mr. Srinivas is going to take a workshop as to regarding MBA, why, how and when. This is beneficial for you guys as well who are building your resume and filling up the forms. And people who are targeting next year CAT, this is also very much beneficial. If you start building your resume right now, next year by the time of form filling, you will have a good resume with you. And you will exactly know why to go for an MBA. Don't forget to check our social media handles and do join our Telegram channel and send in your doubts. Thank you everyone. As IIFT exam is no more, is there any chance they are change in CAT question pattern? नहीं साकेत, CAT IIFT के लिए change नहीं करेगा अपने आप को. So the CAT pattern is going to remain same as it was supposed to be. Okay. Previously also, काफी साल पहले भी हुआ था where IIFT did not used to take their exam. It was like CAT के through ही ले लेते थे. ठीक है. So sometimes I have to take their exam, sometimes they decide they won't. Palak, only CAT exam for FMS. Okay. Chalo. Take care everyone. I'll see you again very soon.